Do you know how far in advance they announced Payback was going to be this Sunday? Did we know before going into SummerSlam?
Yeah. I think I've known about it for probably 3 weeks. I want to say.
I just can't understand what their reasoning was.
I just think because of the swerve at the end of SummerSlam, it makes sense. I don't know. It's carrying momentum. And I think WWE needs to try to carry some momentum from anything they could pull out right now because they've had record low ratings, you know.
Good writers could carry the momentum on the Raw and SmackDown.
Nudge, nudge, Daniel Bryan.
Nudge, nudge, Edge.
Yeah. Probably better than fighting Randy Orton in a gym.
It is. Probably.
You know what else is better than fighting Randy Orton in a gym?
What's that?
Drew McIntyre retaining his WWE Championship against Randy Orton in a match that didn't involve Ric Flair, and everybody thought that this was where the big SummerSlam swerve was going to happen, and then it
right?
didn't happen. It was a good match, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought when Vince said it's a surprise that you'll never see coming. I thought it was Rick turning on him. So the fact that he didn't wasn't even there.
Yeah, it wasn't even there.
Wasn't even there. Which was cool.
Yep. I like that they planted that. Like, everybody's going to think this is going to happen, of course. So we won't do that. That's smart. That's Daniel Bryan. That's Daniel Bryan.
Right?
That's nobody else backstage but Daniel Bryan. That's common sense.
I think you're right. Oh, no, I was surprised with this one. I enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah.
Talked about last week how Randy Orton can, when the time comes, he can put on a solid match, and Drew McIntyre is just fucking great. This was just an old fashioned pro wrestling match. This wasn't. I'm not talking about like a catch as catch can. I'm talking about it was just two guys going in there, good storytelling, good spots. They just had like a solid match that was enjoyable.
Was there blood in this match?
I
feel like somebody was busted open, but like I said, I watched a fair amount of wrestling this week.
Trying to think of this. I think that was it. McIntyre had a hard way on his head that was just a little bit.
I think so.
On one of the matches, there was a hard way just a little bit on the forehead. It wasn't blading and it wasn't gushing or nothing, but you could just see he got hit, it bled a little, and then it was.
Should have made Dominic blade to hell.
Right?
Cut it up, Dom.
Should have mass transited him.
Oh boy. Solid work from both competitors. I'm very sad Randy Orton didn't get the title because, but it's a great way to swerve. And this was pivotal. This match made the next match that much more epic. Even though the next match was missing far more elements that I had anticipated. Without Roman Reigns, the main event would have been meh.
Yeah. This one, physical, intense, it's kind of what you want from two top guys fighting for the championship.
Yes.
And when compared to the rest of the weekend, it appeared great.
Yes.
But when you kind of step back and look at it, it was upper mediocre in my opinion. I gave it a B, which isn't bad. But definitely considering this whole weekend, there's much worse matches. And then we go to the Universal Championship. The Fiend Bray Wyatt defeated the Monster Braun Strowman. This was all about the post-match. I honestly think
it was the entrance and the post-match.
Yeah, no one put any effort into the actual match. The wrestlers didn't, the agents didn't, the producers didn't.
It didn't need 12 minutes.
No, it was all about getting to Roman, and the Roman part worked. But the Strowman Wyatt match was not good at all. And if I'm guessing this is the conclusion to their feud. How disappointing.
Well, I would assume it's not the conclusion to their feud because the conclusion to their feud is going to be on Payback in this triple threat.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And even still, I guess the Fiend and Strowman, if the championship goes to Roman, the Fiend and Strowman could continue this battle without a championship, which would make far more sense since they hate each other so much, it shouldn't. Gold shouldn't fucking matter.
I'm done with it, and the writers seem to be done.
Strowman did a seated senton on SmackDown. He's like trying to learn new things. I don't know. It could be. We'll see.
He
but
did
no,
a seated senton.
Yes, he did a senton.
Explain seated senton.
Maybe it wasn't a seated senton, but it was a senton, or so the commentary said. I caught it out the corner of my eye.
Like a senton is a backsplash.
Yeah.
So like, what do you mean by seated? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
What did he do? Just tell me. What
I
he
don't
did.
know, because like I said, I was caught out of the corner of my eye. I mostly was listening.
Just
to
say he did a swanton bomb.
There you go.
He just fucking did a swanton bomb off.
But
the
it's
top
just
of
weird
the cage.
that Strowman would off the top of the cage.
Because yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe does a good senton.
Mm.
Was it like that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Those are the kind of people that should be doing it. The big dudes. I like it.
No, he pretty much obliterated Drew Gulak. It was fun.
There was a wicked table bump from Wyatt though that kind of looked like it took the breath out of him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was super selling it or if he just really kind of hit it awkward.
It looked like an awkward hit for sure.
Otherwise, it was just unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Just unsatisfying.
The Fiend is this unstoppable force, but Braun Strowman's supposed to be that too. It's just going to be two guys pushing back. It's a sumo match, basically. But come Sunday, when you add in Roman Reigns, I think that's going to be way better than this. 4 times better. Add one more guy, and it's 4 times better somehow.
Or it'll drop it down.
I don't think it will. Roman's new teeth are on fleek.
Ooh. The fleekiest.
Talk of the town, them new teeth.
So the match happened. The match was over. We don't give a shit. But then it happened. The real deal. Roman Reigns busted out, unleashed hell. He actually showed attitude. He seemed to have passion.
Yeah.
Passion we haven't seen for fucking 6 years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was just rude, brash,
aggressive
violent,
right off the bat. Before you knew anything, you knew something was wrong. Something was different. And he hadn't smiled yet, so you knew you didn't know about his teeth.
And before anything happened this week, just the night of, the last thing I wrote about this match in my notes, I said, it's almost like, fingers crossed, he was a heel.
Yeah.
And you said this week it kind of seemed like he is going the heel route, huh?
Yes, he's a Paul Heyman guy. I guess that, I don't know if it necessarily makes you a heel. And plus it's tough, because so what are the Fiend and Strowman baby faces? But they're evil forces. I don't know.
You definitely have to turn one of them in the 3-way, and I don't know
think
who
the Fiend
turn.
I think you turn the Fiend. Maybe like he loses and then he abandons Bray for some time. I don't know.
The Fiend is over.
Like I said, we've got this Alexa Bliss thing where she's starting to have this turn and trying to be more like the Fiend. She's got the dreadlock in her ponytail and shit. And also I think this is really cool too. Roman Reigns came back a heel. You know what the last match he had was the Fiend. When the Fiend put him out with the mandible claw. Everybody who he sticks his fingers in their mouth changes.
Ooh.
Yes.
That sounds dirty. Wow.
And I like that WWE is doing that and they're not saying anything about it. They're just, for the people who are paying attention, it's like a thing, and it's cool.
Right. No, it's great. I think it's about time Fiend turns face. I don't know. The Fiend character can work as a face. If Mankind and Kane worked as a face, Undertaker worked as a face, I think the Fiend can work as a face. It's just gonna be touchy.
Yeah.
Bray,
he's got
Bray can do it.
He's got the flip flop anyway. The glove with the hurt, the glove with the heel. He can do either.
And Bray can handle it. I'm sure he can. If
He
they
could,
let him.
oh
if
my
they give
God,
him a good
he could be
creative.
face and then just mandible claw like people he's made monsters out of and turn them back to their regular self. Or so. That would be a little bit lackluster.
Well, then don't touch Roman.
No, he doesn't go in through the mouth for that. He goes right up the butthole.
Woo.
I've got to take the evil out of you.
The only way I know how.
That's got to be the thing.
I'm glad this was a short match. It could have been even shorter, but it clocked in at like dead on 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I gave it a D. It
was, yeah. It was for the finish. The finish made me pop super hard.
The after match was awesome. For sure. Yes. Everything after, I give that an A+.
Yeah. The match itself was not good.
No.
No.
So best match, I'm giving the best match to the Raw Women's title. That one and the no DQ loser leaves WWE, I both had A's on, but I think I liked the women's championship better. I think it's got a story that it's moving along, and I don't know. That was mine.
I'm gonna say the no DQ loser leaves WWE match for mine, just because I'm not so on this Bailey heel shit, I guess.
Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with either one of them. They're both amazing matches. What do you give it for a final grade?
I'm going B-. It was good. It was way better than I anticipated, especially after TakeOver. But I guess after TakeOver, sure. I should have assumed they were going to try to do something good with SummerSlam. You guys got to be shitty this Saturday because we want to do something kind of cool, and we don't want it to seem less cool because you guys are awesome.
And honestly, though, if I seen this exact same pay-per-view after an A+ NXT TakeOver, it wouldn't seem as good. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it's maybe for the best. I give it a B. I was probably going to give it a B+. I was going to give it a B+, but or not a B-. I'm sorry. I was going to give it a B-, but the Roman Reigns thing, I bumped it up to a B.
Yeah.
But we'll call it a B- pay-per-view. Not bad considering it was a C pay-per-view for NXT TakeOver.
Yep. I think this is the first time in history a pay-per-view's been better than the TakeOver before it.
Oh, 100.
Crazy. Well, it's going to be super crazy come Sunday.
Because we got a pay-per-view 7 days after the last pay-per-view. I think this is the first time WWE's ever done that.
It's nuts.
Like an actual real pay-per-view 7 days after.
It's a super insane move, but with this Thunderdome, like everything is different now. Also on Monday Raw, they completely took out like all or almost all of the Raw Underground shit, and I guess Shane's really butthurt about it.
Well, I think it's okay. I never even watched it, and I think it's okay.
It was so bad. It wasn't cool.
Yeah. I mean, they tried. I mean, give them credit. They tried. I'm not knocking them trying it.
Yeah.
But they got to be smart enough. If it doesn't work, pull the plug.
I'm just saying, Roman Reigns as a heel and a Paul Heyman guy is better than all of Raw Underground put together.
There you go. There you go.
It's a pretty good trade-off, and I'll take it.
Exactly.
Also, I thought it was very weird that Retribution had nothing to do with SummerSlam, because that's been such a big thing.
At all.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was expecting but didn't get.
Yeah.
So that's weird. I think Payback's going to have something to do with it. I wonder if Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are behind Retribution. Holy shit, that would be something.
Roman Reigns be the leader of Retribution.
Weird.
So I guess we'll move on to WWE Payback. We got coming in hard and strong. The match that nobody asked for, Matt Riddle versus King Corbin.
Tonight, Matt Riddle says, I know it's hard for you to get that little crown on your big little head, bro.
He was partaking in a few herbal supplements before that, I would assume.
I partake in herbal supplements all the time, and most of the time I'm pretty decent on the show. There's some times where I have to question myself. But
yeah, it's the good stuff. I'm going King Corbin just because I like Matt Riddle, and WWE doesn't treat me good.
That's so funny because I'm going Matt Riddle because I hate him.
Isn't that's awesome? We're both voting for the guy we don't like. We know how WWE we've been Pasty, we've been hurt.
Yeah.
You can tell we've been hurt in the past. WWE has hurt us. We just expect disappointment. Good shit.
This isn't on the card, but I'm assuming